Okay, sanibonani once again. Sifisa nje ukuthi-ke sibuke la the-interpretation of cubic functions. What is it about? So if we talk about the interpretation, I will just take a look at just one of the two graphs, two of the graphs that we sketched yesterday. Let's start by this one. If you look at this graph, I can't remember what the equation was, but if you look at this graph, what do I know, or what do we know as far as everything is concerned? Okay, at first let me show you that, or let me indicate which x is 1 there, x is 3 there. I think everything we are going to indicate again. So now, in terms of the interpretation game, what do I say? It's simple. We want to graph which is x 0. Yonke le ndawo le is above the x-axis. Kodwa ngapha x la mayise negative, graph is below the x-axis. So kungaba khona question ethi determine the values of x for which f of x is greater than 0. Noma bethi determine the values of x for which f of x is less than 0. Yila ma questions nje normally abanokwabuza la ma questions anje makuyi interpretation. So greater than 0, greater than 0 means positive. So it means ukuthi uyibapho x lapho graph positive khona. F of x is less than 0, babapho x lapho graph injani negative khona. So in terms of a solution ke ngithini mina ngizovele ngibheke graph lapho ingaphezulu kwama x-axis khona. Iphezulu kwama x-axis kusuka ku-0 kuze kuyofika le positive infinity. So I can simply say x is greater than 0. Omunye angathi x is an element of 0 is to positive infinity. Ngifaka round bracket kube greater than. Kuba khona bekukhona or equal to ke. Say for an example, for which values of x is f of x less or equal to 0? So you check how many graph which graph is less or equal to 0 kusuka la exactly ku 0 kushona le isingaphansi. So in terms of a solution ke bese ngizothi x is less or equal to 0, or ngithi x is an element of it's negative infinity is to 0. Faka square bracket ku 0 ngikhona ku 0. I'm not sure about the negative infinity usikhona yini lapho. Enye into futhi esingayisho in terms of the graph le. Uyayibona le graph le ukuthi kusukela ngapha ku negative infinity, from negative infinity iya increase kuze kusofika la x e1 khona. Mangabe increase graph, gradient isuke injani ngaleso sikhathi? Gradient isuke positive. Kusukela la ku1 exactly ku1 x is equal to 1, graph is stationary. Yakhumbula ukuthi ama turning points ababiza ngama stationary points. Stationary 1, but ngale ka 1 isiya decrease, kusho ukuthi gradient is negative. And x is equal to 3, iphinde ibe stationary futhi. Then after 3 isiyaqala futhi isiya increase, gradient isinjani? Gradient is positive. Kusho ukuthi ngale ka 3 gradient le okuyi derivative it is greater than 0. Kusukela ku 1 maqondana kusukela nje ku 1 eduze ka 1 kuya ku 3 injani gradient iya decrease. Ngoba gradient nje derivative kusho ukuthi f prime x is less than 0. kusukela ku-negative infinity kuzofika ku-1 yilapho futhi i-positive khona. Kusho ukuthi ngapha kule side ngapha ngingasho ukuthi f prime x is greater than 0. So-ke now ikhona i-question eqhamuke laphayana. Okay, it's more than 5 minutes, let me break.